Both parties, please raise your right hands.
23-year-old plaintiff Courtney Murin is suing her former roommate, Jessica Harville, for unpaid rent and damages. Courtney says that after Jessica moved in, she turned out to be a party animal. But 21-year-old Jessica Harville says she gave her former roommate money for rent, and the plaintiff asked her to participate in a threesome with her and her boyfriend.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Pirro presiding.
Good afternoon.
Please be seated.
All right, we have the case today of Courtney Murin against Jessica Harville, and Courtney is suing her former roommate for unpaid rent, property damage, and court costs. How do roommates end up in court, Courtney?
Well, actually, we met in November online, and we started out friends, and we had hung out and everything, and we decided that she was going to move in. She moved in late December, and at that point, I guess she had broken up with her boyfriend, and then when she moved in, problems started happening. It just started, she started going out about 3 days a week, and then it just became more and more, like 4, 5, 6, and 7. And
when you say she started going out, you're talking about at night?
Yes.
Okay.
And, you know, that wasn't really a problem for me in her personal life.
Actually.
No, it's not. And since she just had lost her scholarship to school, she was just working, and so she.
Did you lose a scholarship?
No, I never lost it.
Well, she's saying you lost it.
Academic probation.
So, Courtney's right. Life is spiraling for you at this point.
No. To be honest, if I could have my side of the story.
No, not yet. But go ahead.
Okay, and then you know, she just started. It was just drinking a lot, and you know, I stayed in my room a lot. I went to school, so I was just, you know, sleeping or studying.
But what happened? She's not paying you? Is that what's happening?
It was unpaid rent and just neglect of all the responsibilities in the household.
Okay. Did you talk to her about this?
Yes. Numerous times.
And what did she say?
Well, there was always stories. You know, she had money coming for this and that, but then I just never saw it.
Did you have an agreement?
Yes, I have a lease.
All right, and did the defendant sign the lease?
Yes.
Okay, so you understood exactly what the amount was it was to be paid every month?
Yes.
And that it had to be paid at the first of the month, otherwise you'd be evicted. I mean, this is fundamental stuff. All right, so who's paying the rent?
I was.
Okay, and she's not paying?
Yeah, I mean, she gave me little bits here and there that I kept track of, but it never amounted to the full amount of it.
But so then you're compensating for her?
Yes, I was.
All right, and what else is going on at the time?
Well, you know, just the drinking got out of hand to the point where, you know, one night she came in and she was drunk and she went in the fridge and took my 18-pack of beer and was walking out the door when we walked out the room and caught her.
She's stealing your beer. So what do you have to add to this?
Your Honor.
First, state your name.
Alan Espinoza.
Okay, and you're the boyfriend of Courtney?
Boyfriend, that's correct.
Okay, and why are you here?
I was here. I was her witness. I was living in the house as well. I witnessed everything that happened there. I also am on the lease with her, and she owes us basically both the money.
Okay, and what did you witness?
I witnessed everything as her coming home completely wasted every night. She would bring home different guys every night of the week. She even threw a party one night with some of our other roommates. She had to go to work the next day. She went to work drunk, and she actually was sent home because she was stumbling all over the restaurant.
You went to work drunk?
I was hungover.
You were hungover, but so they sent you home?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're working. Why aren't you paying them?
I was paying.
Well, prove to me. What did you pay them?
For one thing, the partying situation,
yeah.
That girl right there, when she was drunk, asked me to have a threesome with her and Alan.
Him?
Yeah.
That's not true
That was true.
And you're maligning her reputation?
We have pictures of her showing her boobs, making out with girls.
That was not with her.
She will drink.
It wasn't. I don't care who was with her.
I mean,
another girl. You know what? We're in a courtroom here. Jimmy, what's happening with these kids?
I don't know.
That was just 3 years ago.
We even went one night to pick her up from a house because we didn't think that she would be okay.
All right, so she's saying she's helping you when you're drinking. I mean, that's what you guys do in college, I guess, these days.
Yes, and she refused to go with us. Then later on that night, her and the other guy come to the house. Why would she have another guy?
Does he know about this?
Yes, I do.
You do?
He was just a friend. He just gave me a ride home. I did drink that
but
night.
he stayed at the house.
He did.
They stayed and they got drunk until about 6 in the morning because she even came into my room.
Well,
jumped on my
everybody's
bed.
having a good time. Why isn't anybody paying the bills?
I don't understand why I understand that I do owe
All right,
money.
Alan, sit down.
But from the amount.
Let me see. What do you have?
I don't have the things. I don't have any of the stuff with the money on my thing. But also.
Jessica,
Yes, ma'am.
she is suing you for rent,
Right.
unpaid rent. In order for you to present your case, you have to have evidence. You have to say, I paid her.
Oh, I paid her. Yes, I paid in lump sum.
But you got to prove it to me. This is a
where I did
courtroom. We
make-
need evidence.
Yes, I did make mistake of not keeping.
So you
up
don't
with
have
my
the
records.
evidence.
No.
How much did she pay you?
She paid
I want
me.
you to be honest.
Oh, I have it all detailed in spreadsheets.
Okay. All right. How much did she pay you?
She paid $1,709.
And how much does she owe?
It was the total rent for all the months was plus the deposit was $2,975.
So that leaves $1,266 that you allege she owes you.
Yes, and then the $100 was for cleaning costs. I have some pictures of the condition the room was left in.
And I have a steam cleaner because the spots that were in the thing were Dawn dish soap that I had spilled in there. There's lines. It's probably in pictures. My parents have a steam cleaner, and I've always left my apartments.
You want to give up this?
I'll give you all of it.
Hang on. Oh, what is this?
Oh, it was just a moldy bowl.
A moldy bowl. What's this, the sink?
Yeah, that was just.
There's a hair in it.
It was just.
Is it a bathroom sink?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a. I was just.
Just a sink.
I had 3 days to leave. And
Ooh, what's the black? What are the black lines?
in the carpet,
Yeah.
that's Dawn. All you have to do
What were you
is
doing, spraying it around the room?
Plaintiff Courtney Murin says her former roommate, Jessica Harville, has a drinking problem that kept her from keeping up with her rent.
What is this?
It was the floor that we came back to because I wasn't living there anymore. I lived in Jacksonville. I moved home after I graduated.
And this, all right, this looks like where the bed was. Is this where the bed
that was there when I moved in.
Okay.
That's exactly, yes, it was, because I remember that.
Ryan's
yes,
bed
it was.
wasn't in that place.
Yes, it
And
was.
what is it? Don't fight with each other. You couldn't work this out outside the courtroom. You can't work it out in it. What is this? Can you see?
I don't know.
You don't know. It's
No,
just dirt.
It was just, yeah. It was
Okay,
just-
back to the bowl. Ugh.
When I left, I didn't have time to. She didn't give me any time to clean or
Well,
vacuum.
wait a minute. Why didn't you clean while you were living there?
Oh, I did.
I mean, you know, it's not an excuse. Let me explain something to you. It's not an excuse, nor is it a defense that you didn't have time to clean. What do you think this is from?
We were told that it was an attempt to help the flea infestation.
What flea infestation?
At one point, she neglected her dog so bad.
No, I did not. I paid $1,500.
All right, enter
for
the
this
dog. What kind of dog is this?
It was a little dog.
AKC Maltese that I paid
Maltese.
$1,500 for. The dog has more
You
clothes
should have
than I
paid the
do.
rent.
Yeah, but I bought it when I was in high school.
Oh,
was my
okay. So this is your
graduation money.
baby. You're bringing
It's
your dog to school with
my
you.
life. That dog,
Okay.
and she had him taken away.
Why? Why would you do
Because
that?
she said I neglected him. I never neglected
Did
that
you have him
dog.
taken away?
Her mom came and got him. And actually,
After
I have
when
a witness
I was
statement
at
from our
work.
other roommate.
When I was at work, I have pictures of my dog.
All right, I'd love to see the dog.
The dog is on right here. It starts on right here that she wasn't caring for it right in this paragraph. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Who is this statement from?
This is from our other roommate who actually called Jessica's mom to come
Second
pick up the
paragraph.
dog.
To my disgust, Courtney found worms in one of the dog's feces
It
when he
never
had
had
gone in the
worms.
crate. After hearing this, I decided enough was enough. We had all confronted Jessica about the poor care the dog was receiving. She didn't attempt to resolve it. I got Jessica's mother's phone from Courtney, called her mom to tell her the condition of their animal, to please come pick up the dog or I would take it to the Humane Society. When Jessica's mother came, she thanked me. Let me explain something. All right. This statement is signed. Okay, let's see the dog. Why is she making up a story about your dog?
That dog was well taken care of.
Oh, he's adorable.
That's my life.
He was probably well taken care of after he
No,
was
he's been taken
out of
care
our
of all
house.
his life.
I probably cleaned 1,000 fleas off that dog. And
Did
its
he
nails,
have oh, how cute.
its
This
nails
dog
were-
is adorable.
Oh, yes, it's...
Did this dog not have a flea collar?
He didn't have flea collar, no. We gave him flea baths all the time.
No. We put our own frontline on that I bought for my 2 dogs. My dogs became infested with fleas.
You know what I'm hearing here, Jessica? I'll tell you what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a young woman who goes to school, who's from a good family, who's able to pay $1,500 for a dog. Most high schoolers are not.
This is my graduation.
You get to college, you start drinking, you start partying, you lose your academic scholarship or you put on probation, you're bringing guys home, and I don't care if she's bringing guys home.
I've never
but
brought
here's the
guys
bottom line. You never brought a guy
No,
home?
I brought a guy, Craig,
You know what?
that I
Leave it there
dated.
because I'm not buying it, okay? I'm not buying it. What you've got to do is understand how lucky you are to be in college, how lucky you are to get an education, how lucky you are to be as bright as you are to get an academic scholarship. There are kids who don't go to college because they don't have the money to go. You're at the top of the heap. What's wrong with you? You've got to, number one, learn to pay your bills. You didn't pay your rent. You didn't keep any receipts. How much do you think you paid?
At least like 4 or 5 months. And I was only
Did you
there
pay
6.
4 or 5 months?
In that one spreadsheet I just handed you, well, not that one, there's another one, and I actually detailed it, what she had paid every
Judge.
single month.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you did pay some rent. Paid. She's organized. Be organized. You need evidence in life. I don't care what it's for. You want to take something back to a store, you need a receipt. My goodness, for rent, you need to get a receipt that you paid the rent. They want carpet cleaning costs, painting, $300 for flea pest control, and they want damages for the rug and all of the damages to the apartment.
Defendant Jessica Harville says the plaintiff was the one who engaged in lewd behavior and asked her to participate in three-way sex.
Now, here's the bottom line. You have no proof. I think you were too drunk and partying too much to have proof. All right, because you're too smart not to have proof of money you paid. All right? I am going to award for the plaintiff the money that you owe in the amount of $1,266 for unpaid rent. I am also going to give the plaintiff money for damaged property to clean the carpet of $75 and painting. I don't know. That looks like normal wear and tear for a room. I'm not going to award you for that. But what I will tell you is this. Once you go to college, you are away from home. You can go one of 2 ways. You went the wrong way for a minute, and you're lucky you got your scholarship back. As far as I'm concerned, what happened to this dog is an indication of your downward spiral. All right? Cruelty to animals at any level, whether it's neglect or abuse, is something that is against the law. You have to take care of an animal. You have to make sure that it isn't flea infested, because you then are responsible for damages to the apartment from the flea infestation. And as it relates to animals, anyone who's got an animal has an obligation to take care of that animal in a way where the animal is safe and is fed and has sustenance. Animal cruelty is a crime in every state in this country, and at the end of the day, you are responsible for anything that happens to the animal. So right now, verdict is for the plaintiff. Get your life together and make sure that you have the ability to follow through on the God-given gifts that you've been given. Verdict for the plaintiff.
The allegations that she presented were not true about the threesome.
She might have been too drunk to have remembered. I haven't drank and gone out and partied in a month.